因為係呢個咯，我最想知呢個真係諗唔到，因為要揀10個啦，有成30個。而家睇睇。識啊！
Hey girls, can you do that a bit later? Now, today we are going to take a major steps forward. I'm going to introduce to you DSE writing, okay, with a very detailed handouts, teaching you how to write different parts of DSE, all right? And first of all, let me introduce something about the syllabus to you first, okay? You might not be following this in Form 3, okay? But I think it will be better for you to get adapted to it right now, okay? And first of all, for DSE writing, there are two. Now, it constitutes 25% of the whole paper, 25%. And there are two parts of the writing. First part is part A. In part A, there is no choice. There are no options for you. You are given one topic, and you will have to stick to it. Okay, you have no choice, one topic. But for this part A, you are just required to write 200 words. Okay, and the question will provide you with a situation and an aim of writing. Okay, and some relevant information will also be provided. For example, I give you one example. Okay, so that you know what this part is about. Let me take a look at this 2013, a real paper. Okay, you see, how much time do you have? 2 hours. Okay. Now, part A is something like this. Now, you are taking part in a photo exhibition called My Memories. You don't have this, okay? Now, as part of the photo exhibition, you have presented 2 photos. Now, you need to give a title to each and a brief explanation of why these photos are meaningful to you. First of all, this. A title, this photo, I suppose this is a girl. Someone tried to argue with me. How do you know this is a girl? I don't know. Just I think it is a girl. Okay. And then the description. Remember, you have to double think about the topic. A photo exhibition with 2 photos representing you. Why did you choose this? Understand? Okay. And then the second photo is this. And nothing more, just this. You have to write 200 words. Is it easy? No, for this part A. So 100 for each page. 100 words for each page. It's like this. Now, someone might think it might seem to be, oh yeah, this was, for example, for this, I can come up with some ideas like, well, actually, this was my very first time to stand in front of the class to write down my very first answer. And I was really scared, okay? Something like that. However, there's a problem. You know what problem? I think nearly every single candidate would write something like this. So this is the problem. How can you be better than others? Okay? And secondly, you have no choice. If you're given this topic, this is it. Okay? I'll give you another one. Let me see. I think it's 2017. Let me see. 2017. This is a real topic. Okay, real DSE paper. No. Yeah. It actually challenged some DGS students. They fell into the trap. Let's see whether you would fall in the trap. They read the topic. Now you are the chairperson of the social service club in your school. Okay, the school would like to develop closer links with the community. Now write a letter to your principal, Ms. Lee, proposing a new community project that the school can carry out with a home for the elderly in your district. In your letter, persuade your principal to accept your project by, number one, describing one activity that could be carried out. And number two, identify the benefits for the elderly home. Sign your letter, Chris Wong. You know what was the problem for that year? We went to that, secret page, okay? On IG, they've got some secret page. And some DGS, even DGS or some band one student, oh no, I'm dead. I misinterpreted the questions. First of all, what is the meaning of home for the elderly? Okay, and you? What does it mean? And you, Lucy? You know what they thought? They thought there is a home. Any old people's home. When they went home, they didn't understand it means 老人院. So basically they had the wrong approach, and then that was it. Okay, so no, that the thing is you have one choice, and then you don't have any other choices. So that's the problem. Now that's part A. Then we go on. Okay. Now, and then for part B, it's 15%. Now you'll be asked to write 400 words. How many words do you have right now?
250 to 300.
You don't know. Okay, even for DSE, the requirement is 400 words only.
But I feel like writing shorter is like difficult because at my school, the teacher said that we must write between 250 to 300, and then we can't have like any words outside of it.
Oh, I see. Because you want to keep it to be, if you can write something more concisely, it's better. Okay, really, it's the words, the quality is better. And the questions are based on 8 modules in the elective. You'll learn about that later. Okay, in the curriculum. Now for assessment, we call them 777s. 7 marks for content. That's my way of marking your essay. You notice that content 7 marks, language 7 marks, and organization 7 marks. Totally 21 marks. And in the real exam, there will be 2 markers. Okay, 2 markers. And for content, there's something I think you need to highlight. Number 1, the content should be relevant. What does it mean? I suppose you know the meaning of relevant. Okay, but what it actually means is you need to read the question very carefully. Okay, read the question very carefully. For example, I'll give you one example. In the past, in some school exams in the past, and the topic we're asking students to write something like IT in education. However, negative ideas, negative aspects of using IT in education. Some students, without actually reading the question carefully, they say, oh, IT education, good. Then they started writing. Yeah, it's really good because with the visual aids, with access to internet, I can search for data, blah, 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 blah. And it was totally wrong. Okay, because they are talking about what? The negative side. So you need to read the question carefully. And then arguments have to be supported with good reasons. Okay, now what does it mean? If I ask, say, Cecilia in the past, why do you like that K-pop group? And then her answer would be, because I like them. And that's not a good reason. Okay, you need to give a really good reason why you support you. Okay, not without just saying that, oh yeah, it's good. Why? Tell me why. Okay, for example, here there are people, there's so many people, so many middle-aged women in Hong Kong, suddenly like Mira. Okay, answer no. Why? Okay, yeah, really. So give me the reasons. Ideas should be well elaborated. Okay, and then number 4 is high awareness of audience. Now, what do I mean? Of course, for something formal, like if you want to write a letter to your principal or headmaster, yes, I think you know. However, if I say you need to write a letter to your junior form students, form 1 students, what would your tone be? A persuasive letter to form 1 students, what would your tone be? Really formal? Semi-formal, yes, or friendly tone. Okay, semi-formal, something like that. High awareness. Now, not many students can do that. That's content. 7 marks. And for language, you need to make sure you use the grammar accurately. Sorry, I think that's you have little problem. Now for you, and the vocabulary should be appropriately used. Okay. Now, what do I mean? I don't know whether I told you or not. In the past, I had some CMI students. You know CMI, Chinese medium school. And you know what he did? Let me show you. Now he wanted to use the word, this word, communicate. But he thought that at that time, the word communicate is too cheap. So he tried to look it up on a thesaurus and try to come up with another word. I see whether he's got the word that he used. No, it doesn't have this. No, I don't know which dictionary he used. You know what word he came up with for communicate. Are you ready? Okay, he used this word. Now, intercourse actually has communication or dealing with between individuals at groups. Yes, it has this meaning, but usually we use the second meaning. Okay, so that's why in his essay, it's like, I want to intercourse more with others. Okay, which is so important for a whole essay. Whenever he wanted to use the word communicate, he used the word intercourse. So you must be careful not to do something like that. Okay. And then the spelling, agreement, punctuation should be correct. The tone should be appropriate. Yes, I couldn't stop laughing.
Did you read it out?
No.
Okay.
Okay, but he's a sort of guy that he's a fun guy. You know what he actually did? He was making a bet with his fellow classmate. Said, if I lost, I'm going to shave my head. You can post it on Goldung. At that time, Goldung. He actually did. He lost the bet. He actually had posted shaving his head, and then he actually posted it on the forum. Okay, say 找數 at that time. I forgot, and then that was before I knew him. Okay, and actually they could locate the photo online. Okay, with him shaving it, and then he was laughing, ha 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 ha. Okay, it's quite funny. Okay. No, for his DSE, I think he got level 3 only because the English standard of his school is really bad. Okay, you know which school he went to? 潮州九龍潮州呢洗衣街。Okay, 九龍潮州公學 something like that, band 3 schools. Okay, and then now for organization, your ideas should be well organized. Okay, well, the paragraphing should be clear. Okay, and meet the requirement of the questions. And then topic sentence should be skillfully used. Okay, so now for test type, there are many different test types. For example, article is very common. Argumentative essay, I'm sure you know. Okay, what's discursive essay? What is it in Chinese? Discursive, 論說文. You know, want to discuss something. A personal letter. Now, I strongly suggest you not to write personal letter because it's difficult to write. It's easy to write, but difficult to excel. For example, for personal letter, you might say, for most students, they might say, well, how are you? How are you? It's been a long time since I last wrote to you, something like that. Then you can't really beat others people. Now, letter to the editor, you know, usually talk about current affairs. Letter of complaint, I'm sure you know quite well. Now, story, for some of you, I think it's good for you to write your story. Just like Cecilia, you know, her mom showed me one of her new writing, really good. Okay, in the UK. And then she got really high marks for that. Okay, proposal, you know, report, debate speech. The debate speech. Does your school have a debate team?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you in it?
No, my friend tries to make me join them and I close my eyes.
Yeah. Is it tough to be there to be in the team?
I don't know, but then she's convenient and she's like, oh wow, it's amazing, it's so fun.
Do you want to join?
No.
Okay, it could be really tough, debate speech. Okay, but for debate speech, now debate speech is not the same as argumentative essay. They've got their own format. Okay, you might have to write debate speech in Form 3. Do you have to?
I don't know yet.
For MCS, I don't know. We got no. Chera, she might have to. For St. Mary, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. For MCS, I'm quite sure in the Form 3 they have the right debate speech. For speech, now speech is something that you should be very careful. Now, for example, I told students, when you have to give a speech, a real speech, say during an assembly, you need to be very careful, because for speech, which is different from writing, people cannot go back to the previous paragraph to read again. If they miss something, they miss something. Okay, that's why for speech, you need to have very clear topic sentence. For example, during an assembly, as a teacher, if I come out during assembly to announce something, I need to be very careful. Now, I might say something like, today, I'm going to announce three items, different items. Item number 1, first of all, I want to talk about the problem regarding students' uniform. Okay. Number 2, I want to talk about students' behavior during lunchtime. And number 3, I want to talk about after-school tutorial lessons. Then you can give your audience something, a summary in advance, so that they know what you are going to do. And then you go back to the 3 items separately. Okay, it's like that. So that's speech. And lastly, review. Okay, film review, book review. In the past, we thought that in exam, they wouldn't have something like that. Actually, they had one restaurant review 2 years ago. Okay, and that it really scares students. All right, so these are the test type. Then we go to the next page. Are you hungry? Do you like burgers? No. Do you like burgers, Ida? Okay. Now, of course, have you seen a burger picture? Now, for a burger picture, there can be of two types of interpretation. Number one, it can be just like a whole essay. First of all, this is introduction. Okay, introduction. And then you can have what? In the middle part, the meat part with the lettuce, salad dressing. This is the body. And lastly, of course, is conclusion. Okay, but this is not what I want to talk about. Actually, I want to talk about how to write one paragraph. Okay, one paragraph. So we forget this. Now, if you want to write a proper paragraph, you need to have these elements. Number 1, this topic sentence. Now, what is I want to ask you, what is meant by topic sentence? Now, topic sentence means just from that one single sentence, I know what this paragraph is about. Okay, just from this one single topic sentence, I right at the beginning of a paragraph, I know what you want to talk about in that particular paragraph. Now, let me give you one example. If I want you to write an argumentative essay on whether smoking is good or bad for you, of course, it must be bad. Okay, then you might come up with, so why is smoking bad for you? First of all, why?
Smoking harms your health.
Yes, health reason. Okay, so for that particular paragraph, you might say, smoking is bad for your health. Now, that is a topic sentence. Okay, well, understand? Okay, so let me give you one example. For example, smoking can cause lung-related diseases, something like that. Okay, or smoking is hazardous, or another way, smoking is hazardous to your health. Okay, now with this topic sentence, you know that paragraph, the content of the paragraph will be. All right. Okay. So now, so this is actually the top of the burger. Okay, it's the top of the sentence. What about the meat part? What does it mean? The meat part.
Evidence and explanation.
Yes, this is number one. Okay, number one. Now, number two. Number two is the elaboration. Elaboration. Okay, or you might say points. Okay, or you might say explanations. You need to explain. You need to explain why is smoking hazardous to your health? Because it affect your lungs, affect your what circulatory system. Okay, affect your overall health being, something like that. So you need to explain, right? Explain something about the topic sentence. Okay, so this is explanation. So after the explanation in a burger, I might refer to the meat part, means the main part of it. Okay, so when you want to eat the burger, usually if you want to eat a burger, usually the most important bit is the meat. Okay, is a patty. Okay, patty means this. All right. So what's the function of lettuce, tomatoes for a burger? Is to add something to it. Add more, or make the flavor more balanced. Okay, because the meat is sometimes too, I don't know, it's just like maybe it could be too greasy. Okay, too much oil. That's why you add some lettuce, tomato to balance it out. Okay, don't eat then in a paragraph we call it what? Okay, now after you've explained something, you need to give what? Give like examples. Okay, in your writing, after you explain something, give examples. If say, but for smoking, we don't have any examples, then you can have what? Statistics. What does that? What does that? What is it in Chinese? Yes. Or you can give a case study. Okay, that's the third part. That's the third part. So in a paragraph, I repeat, first of all, you have to have topic sentence. Then you need to have, are you feeling cold? Yes, okay, me too. Okay, then for elaboration, you explain your points. Why is it hazardous to your health? Okay, what problems it caused? Okay, and then you have got examples, statistics, case study. Why are these important? Case study. To prove yourself. And also one thing is people like to listen to stories. If I tell you some stories, oh yeah, you might be fascinated. Okay, because people like to listen to the story. With examples, with that, you can further prove that, oh yeah, that's why we shouldn't smoke. Okay, and the last bit is what's the lower part? The bottom part. Yes. Now we call it concluding statement. Why do we need a to you? Oh, it's so obvious. I have been talking about health. Why do I need it? Why do I need something like this? Because you might be familiar with your own writing, but the readers may not be. That's why you need to remind your readers in the final part. That is why smoking is bad for your health. Full stop. Okay. So with one, if you can have a paragraph like this, then your paragraph is perfect. You tell me something. For a paragraph, if you can fulfill all these, how many words at least for one paragraph that you can write? And you think you can calculate in this way. Each sentence is about 10 words long. Okay, 10 words. So for topic sentence, so 10 words. So what about elaboration? How many sentences at least?
At least 4.
3 to 4, say 4. 40 words. 40 words plus that 50. What about examples? How many sentences?
40 to 60.
4, say 5. Okay, examples can be long. Then 50 words. Then together, 90. Then the concluding statement, 10 more words. So for one paragraph, at least at least you have 100 words included. If you can have 3 body paragraphs, 300 words, and then plus introduction and conclusion, you are going to have what? A 400-word essay, even 500-word essay shouldn't be a problem. Understand? If you can follow this. Remember, from now on, when you are doing your writing, no matter it's a letter, or no matter whether it is an argumentative essay or discursive essay, you need, for each paragraph, you need to follow this. But however, there's one problem. If you don't plan your essay well ahead, say if you are, some people like to think on their feet and think while writing, you might have problem coming up with topic sentences because you are thinking at that time. You need to really plan your essay before that. Okay, so that's paragraphing. Okay, now we give a title like this, paragraphing.
But then for me, like the main problem is not writing enough words. It's writing too many words. And then I usually have to spend like 10 minutes with Hazia.
I know. So that's why you need to keep some of the can I? That's why you need to, sometimes you need to keep some of your you might have to delete unnecessary stuff. Okay, after planning, you might say, well, this point is a bit weak. I don't need this. Okay, don't include this. Okay, so that's why you need to do this step. It's called paragraphing. Okay. Oh, I can't change anything suddenly. I don't know why. Okay, later. All right. Now for a whole essay, the introduction is like give you the background information, the situation, the designated place, the reason of writing, and your stance. In some cases, stance, not in all cases. Okay, the body. One central, you underline this. One central idea should be included in one paragraph. Please, one paragraph should have one topic sentence only, and means one central idea. Don't include more than one. Now, I give you one example. What students would do for the smoking one, body paragraph 1. Well, actually, smoking is bad for your health, and because it might cause lung cancer. Also, smoking costs you a lot of money. It costs you a lot to buy a packet of cigarettes in Hong Kong now. You need to pay a lot of taxes. Also, smoking is bad for your image. People always think smokers are villains. Okay, something like that. I don't know, what's the problem?
It's like it's so messy and stuff in one.
Yeah, actually, I got 3 main ideas. They should be separated into 3 main paragraphs. Okay, if you stuff all this into one single paragraph, you know what's the consequence? First of all, readers will suddenly lack the focus. Don't know what you want to talk about. Secondly, you need to write the second paragraph, third paragraph. By the time you are there, you will have nothing to say. You will say something so tedious because you have run out of ideas already. Okay, that's why you should be careful. So the body is like that. And conclusion. Now, please, for some students, they don't like conclusion. They might omit the conclusion because they say, oh, after I've written so many 3 different body paragraphs, that's enough. And then they end up with just like one sentence. Well, that's why you shouldn't smoke, full stop. Okay, now you think about one reality. When does the market give you a mark? Yes. If your ending is like that, are you going to get a good mark? Okay, it's like TVB drama. You know what TVB drama is notorious for? Yes. The beginning is just like, whoa, this is our epic TV drama. We spend a lot of money on animation. Okay, CGI, really. And then usually the ending is rubbish. Okay, so don't be like that. So conclusion is you need to restate your stance and the issue and summarize what you have written, including the overall situation, a bit of background, problem solutions, and then suggest ways to improve the situation and write down your hope related to the issue for the future. Okay, now the best way is to end your essay with a question. Why a question?
Makes the readers like think.
Yes, make the readers think. Do you want your future generation to suffer because of our deeds? This means behavior. Okay, something like this. All right. Next page. I think my file got a bit of problem. Oh. Okay. Okay, here, next page. Now, an introduction. Now, let me make a comparison. For introduction, I always compare an introduction to a film trailer. What are trailers? Wincy, what are trailers? Yes. For traders, usually for these companies, they will actually spend a lot of money to come up with a very good trailer so that the people will be attracted to what? To watch the movie. Okay, your introduction should be something like that. Okay, now that's why your introduction should contain the following items. Number one, contains an effective attention getter. Okay, to introduce a subject. Now, for example, you might have an imagined scenario. Imagine scenario, say one day when you arrive at your school, you enter your own classroom and you can see your classmate smoking in a classroom. Why? So imagine scenario. Okay, we can attract the readers. Or our questions or statistics in Hong Kong, over 50% of school children wear glasses. You look at us.
I wear contact lenses.
Yes, it means all of us. Okay, so a statistics. Okay, a twist, something like that, because it actually can get the attention of readers. So now after you ask something like this, then readers, oh, so what next? They want to find out more. Twist, just like the story I gave you is also a twist. Okay, the story just like one day you went to school, all the students, all of your classmates are not wearing uniform. Or suddenly you went to a wrong class. Or suddenly all the teachers are standing at the front gate waiting for students at 7 o'clock. Okay, something like that, just like a twist, just like something not normal. Okay, something not normal. And then describe the situation, or you can describe the situation or outline the problem we are facing. But this is the plain way. Okay, now it's all okay too. It's okay too. The main questions. Okay, see here. Okay, a questions is one. There are many ways. Okay, but the main objective is to attract the readers. Okay, or intrigue. You know the meaning of intrigue? Intrigue the readers. Okay, and you need to contain a concise, concise thesis statement. Now, what is a thesis statement here? A statement which summarizes the essay in a sentence or two. Okay, I repeat, thesis statement 一個主題句。Okay, a statement which summarizes the essay in a statement or two. It should reflect the arguments or the points that the writer wants to make in the essay. Okay, so don't just include the twist and then forget what you wanted to say in the essay. Okay, the twist or the emergency scenario or what Priscilla said, the question should bring you to the main topic. And this is the thesis statement is the main topic. Okay, for example, your stance, the list of reasons, etc. Okay, this is number two. Number three, you need to set the tone. I really like this projector. This projector is really clear. Okay, a bit more expensive. Okay, absent. And then set the tone of the writing. For example, encouraging or sincere or concerned. Either what's the meaning of concerned? Here, do you know? Concerned. Yes. Okay. Just like glasses. I've got a former students. Okay, you know her eyesight is like, the glasses look back though. In Form 1. Okay. Oh God, she's blind, basically. I think I told you, but I might want to repeat what I said before.
What's the last word?
Essay. I went to Norway 10 years ago. No, and then I walking in the town center for several days, and then suddenly it dawned on me, no one was wearing glasses. The only one wearing glasses is me and my wife. Okay, why? You know why? Because for their school, what they do in summer, they went cycling. They went cycling after school. In wintertime, they went skiing. And then I read another passage about, it's called myopia. Do you know this word? 近視, a formal word, myopia, myopia. Now, there was a studying Beijing students in Beijing, in city center. Okay, 60% of students had myopia. You might say, oh yeah, that's a genetic problem. No, because in rural area, there isn't such a problem. So they can rule out the genetic problem, not genetics. Okay, in the countryside, the data, the number wasn't that high. And then they find out one crucial reason is outdoor activities. Do you have any outdoor activities on a daily basis? Do you go out? That's the problem.
I walk home for 10 minutes. I walk home for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. They went cycling for hours a day. Understand the difference? Okay. So poor us. And then now set the tone. Number 3 is set the tone. And number 4 ties in with the last paragraphs. Okay. A controlling idea indicating that the solution or prediction or hope for the future will be discussed at the end. Okay, means just like pointing. Well, in this essay, we are going to discuss blah, 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 blah at the end of the introduction. Okay, this introduction. And after that, I'm going to give you some really good introduction. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the topic, cyberbullying. Do you know do you know what cyberbullying? Have you seen anything like that? Where? When did you, or you have been, or are you the sufferer, or are you the one of the?
They kind of like spread rumors around about me.
I see.
And they just stalk me. I don't know if they are 起底。
Yes.
唔係起底，即係佢哋成日我唔知點解我一開第二個 account 佢哋就知，跟住就係咁想 request follow 我，跟住就自己 post 晒 story 講。 哎呀，唔知呢個人咧記唔記得我咧，跟住就講一大堆我嘅衰嘢咯，但係其實我冇做。
There was one situation quite serious about years ago. There was one con girl, you know con girl, 港女 okay, or con women, okay, it's a Hong Kong term, and you know what she was saying? She was about to get married, and then on Facebook, she actually happened. She said, oh, we are going to have a wedding banquet in a hotel. Please, all of you. Of course, she was addressing all her friends on Facebook. If you want to pay that gift, what we call it gift money, please don't give me $500. At least 800. But if you were her, would you actually say something like that on Facebook to your friends? And one or some of her friends captured that and posted to Hong Kong Golden. At that time, not Lindang, Golden. And suddenly, wow, the post went viral. You know what's viral? And people were saying that, who is that? Who is that? And they started really try to uncover who she was. And she went to every single forum online and find out what she posted online. And people actually say, yeah, we on that day we are going there. On the wedding day, we are going. Okay, and all people support them. Yeah, we should go. Yeah, we should teach her a lesson. And on on that very day, I think it was the 29th of December, something like that. There was one Form 4 boy going. All the others were keyboard fighter. You know what's keyboard fighter? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But that was a cyberbullying. Yes, of course. The husband, the husband was trying to protect her. Anyone trying to come come on that day, I'm going to call police, something like that. Okay, but actually Hong Kong people, they are all keyboard fighter.
我記得有一次即係佢哋嗰啲 WhatsApp 咧，咪可能一點即係一點可能係一個 checklist 咁樣啊嘛，即係可能要36支汽水，跟住24支水嗰個，你哋有冇睇到
？No, I haven't.
有個男人就問啦，即係佢係一個員工嚟嘅，跟住佢話：老細啊，係咪即係要1.36支汽水啊？我喺邊度買嘅？點樣買1.36支汽水
？I think I've seen something like that. Okay.
俾人哋打出嚟，我知啊，原來係1號，跟住36支可樂咁樣，跟住最尾俾人哋話。哎呀，而家點算啊？全城都講緊呢個話題啊！我而家俾人當黐線啊！我個仔再去精神病院睇症。
Okay, now we go on. Now, cyberbullying is becoming a cause for concern. Now, according to a survey, 9 out of 10 youngsters in Hong Kong have either been perpetrators. What's perpetrators? The one who does something, the one who does or who do something bad. Okay, or victims of bullying. And then write an article in a teen magazine to discuss reasons for cyberbullying and make suggestions on how the situation can be improved. Okay, now give your article a title. Now these are the 3 titles. You see which one is better. Okay, all right, just like phrases. Cyberbullying can be sharper than a sword. When bullies follow you home. Okay, protecting youngsters from cyberbullying, which is the most common? Number 3. 1 or 2, which one is better? I think 2 is a bit more scary, but 1 is also good, sharper than the sword. Anyway, these are very good titles. Okay, in your writing, if you can come up with titles like this, that's really good. Remember, just like when I'm teaching you reading, the title should contain the gist. Okay, really condensed ideas of the whole passage. Okay, now I also want to teach you some vocabulary. Okay, some words. Now you can see this is these are really good examples. Now these students have now become lawyers. Okay, these are they got straight A's in the past. These samples. All right, that's why you can follow them. Now the advance of technology brings us lots of benefits. Now for one more thing, for introduction, it should be like a funnel. You start with something broad and narrow it down to your ideas. Understand? Okay. Now the advance of you also appreciate how these students use of words, a choice of words. The advance of technology brings us a lot of benefits. Now we can now use email, Facebook, or other social media networking sites to keep in touch with people. Okay, keep in touch with people. We know instead of writing a letter. Okay, I don't know whether I told you or not. When during my first year of teaching, second year of teaching, there was a net teacher saying that, oh, is he still sick or something? I said, what happened? Look at what he's written down. I want to touch that girl. Actually, in his writing, in that student's writing, actually he says, I want to touch that girl. What should I call the police or something? I said, no. I think what the student actually means is to keep in touch. Okay, but touch means something else. Okay, so keep in touch with people we know instead of writing a letter. However, this convenience also brings us somewhat drawbacks or disadvantages or downsides. Let me see. There's some student. Let me answer that student first. Okay, and cyberbullying is one of them. Now, have you noticed? Take a look again. First of all, in the first 9, we talk about technology, and then something good. And then we narrow it down to talk about the downsides. Can you see that? And then narrow it down further down to cyberbullying. Okay. Now, according to a recent survey, that many teenagers in Hong Kong have either been perpetrators or victims of bullying. The problem is serious, and it is time for us to tackle it squarely. What does it mean? 正面去處理。Okay, squarely. We face it seriously. Okay, don't try to evade. Squarely. Number 2. Now, it is, next page, it is doubtless to say, what other expression you can use to repeat that? You can say undoubtedly, or you can say beyond the shadow of a doubt. Undoubtedly, or beyond the shadow of a doubt, or unquestionably, or indisputably, or undeniably. Okay, if you can't spell anything, you let me know. Okay, or irrefutably.
What's the second word?
What?
The third one.
Third one, this one, undeniably. Deny, D-E-N-I. Okay, undeniably.
No, I mean that one.
Or
The second line.
Unquestionably. Unquestionably. Indisputably. You know dispute? Dispute 紛爭，唔使拗 indisputably。OK， undeniably 無可否認 undeniably。irrefutably R-E-F-U-T refute I-R-R-E irrefutably. Either which one? Now,
Undeniably.
yeah, undeniably.
Yes.
Hmm?
Did you write that?
No, it's whole. Okay. Irrefutably, certainly, patently, indeed.
Oh, I thought it was a G.
Hmm?
I thought it was a G.
Oh, sorry, indeed. Or surely, okay? Or without a doubt. Yes. All this means what? 毫無疑問嘅。Okay, 毫無疑問嘅。Under this situation, they are basically synonyms. Okay. Now, without a doubt, technology has transformed our lives from a traditionally tedious lifestyle to or into, an advanced and state-of-the-art one. Okay, now this is just one sentence only. Here, up to now, one sentence. The background. Oh, technology is really good, something like that. Okay, and then next sentence. Technology has brought us an array of. Do you know the meaning of an array of? Means a lot. It means a lot. That's why a range of. You can say, or a variety of, or a collection of, a mixture of, or a flock of. Usually, for those of you know, flock usually we refer to what? A flock of birds or sheep. Okay, yeah, a flock of. Myriads of. This is quite commonly used for native speakers. Myriads of. Okay, or a heap of. 一堆嘅。Convenience. Okay, also something good. Up till now, still something good, including emails, blogs, Senga. Now, don't ask me what Senga is because it's some sort of, you treat this as early stage of IG. Okay, early stage of IG, SMS, to facilitate communication among people. Now, up till now, the writer was still writing, the student was still writing something good. And then it's still up at the top of the funnel. And now he's trying to narrow it down now. Okay. However, okay, what are the synonyms? You can say but. Or nevertheless. Okay, nevertheless. Or nonetheless. Or still. Okay, still. Or yet. Yet. Or though. or despite that, or in spite of that, or be that as it may. And last one, notwithstanding, which is one word, okay? Notwithstanding. All this means what? But, okay, however.
I'll be that what's the next word?
Be that as it may.
No.
Notwithstanding. One word, notwithstanding. I'm sure you can spell it. Oh, I'm feeling hungry now. However, a serious problem, cyberbullying, has emerged simultaneously. What does it mean? At the same time. That's why these are the synonyms. Okay. Concurrently, at the same time, or coincidentally. Okay. Oh, by the way, you know what is the first happening of cyberbullying? Really, the very first happening. I think back in 2005 or 2006 at that time, when all those flip phones at that time. Before that, there wasn't a camera there, and up till 2003, 2004, they started to have cameras. Okay, and the picture quality was really bad at the time. There was in the States, there was a little boy, no, a teenage boy, holding something like this, okay, in his own back garden, and then trying to do something like Star Wars stuff, like this, and someone filmed him. Okay, he didn't know that, and then later, that guy posted online, and people just say, "Wow, that fat boy is so funny," and they actually add some sort of lighting effect, as if it were Star Wars, okay, and circulating. At that time, there wasn't YouTube, okay, but that I think that was the first occasion of cyberbullying, okay, because that victim didn't know, okay, but it was spread to all the people online, okay.
We still find like that picture video nowadays.
I don't know. You might have problem locating it. I think gradually he knew. You suddenly became famous, okay, doing silly stuff in your own back garden, okay, in the States. All right, this is the second introduction. Number 3. Now, survey. You might say, of course, you might say according to, but apart from according to, you can say you can use the following. According to, as this is the third introduction. Okay, you draw a more clear line here. According to, or as stated by, or as maintained by, or on the report of, or on the authority is a bit exaggerating. On the authority of, what's the meaning on the authority of? 根據呢個嘅權威 on the authority of, or as specified by a survey. Now, don't forget, introduction, we start from broad to narrow, okay? Now, 9 out of 10 youngsters in Hong Kong have either been perpetrators or victims of bullying. You can borrow some phrases from the questions. Therefore, concrete measures. What's the meaning of concrete, Vinci? You know, concrete. Our concrete has 2 meanings. This building. Really?
15 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Let me see whether it is.
I don't think it's here, but I found a boy doing
something similar, but not this. It uses a lightsaber. Similar, but not this.
Because I saw someone adding effects for him.
Okay, similar, but not this one. Okay, and where am I? Either being perpetrated. Therefore, concrete. What's the meaning of concrete? Concrete. The 2 meaning. 石屎. That's why 實在嘅. Okay, concrete measures must be taken to bring this problem to a halt. Bring this problem to halt. Halt means stop. Okay, or you can say actions. This is action. Sorry about the handwriting. Actions must be taken to combat the problem. Actions must be taken to combat the problem. Right? Today is dictation time suddenly. Okay. In a combat 打擊 okay 搏擊啊 tonight something is happening in Hong Kong, you know, the two guys 林作 yes yes 你想啦林作
兩個有錢仔無聊得滯喺度打交，跟住仲要上
鍾培生 the two of them are going to have boxing tonight. Okay, yeah. People treat them as clowns. What are clowns? Yeah. Measures have to be taken to curb 係制止啊 curb or prevent the problem from getting out of control. Now, I really like the word hot. Usually, when do we use hot? Yes, or we use some sort of military hot. Okay, really authority way to say stop. Okay.
I just realized maybe if I could just form that so what are you walking high?
I didn't know that. What are they for? What are they for?
They're black.
Oh, it's for soldiers, you mean?
No.
A sort of, you mean a sort of style?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, before making now, and then we go on. Before making suggestion to improve the situation. Now, don't please, students, I know you might not have this mistake, but I want to remind you, don't say improve the problem. Improve, because in Chinese we say that, 改善問題. Okay, in English, don't ever say that. Okay, improve the situation. Improve the problem means make it worse. Improve the problem. Okay, so improve the situation. We should first analyze the underlying reasons for cyberbullying. Okay. Now, number 3 is really that should be the 4th one. The number 4th one is really good. Okay, I don't know whether you know. I'm sure you don't know the story. I will tell you the story. The circulation. First of all, what's the meaning of circulation? Yes, but not here. 係啊，瘋傳 circulate 流通啊。Okay, the circulation of the photos of a half-naked girl on the internet is just the tip of an iceberg. What's the tip of an iceberg? First of all, start first. Okay, don't you know what the story is? About 10 years ago, there was a Hong Kong girl, and she always went out to protest. Okay, you know what she was wearing all the time? She was wearing tube top. You know tube top? Yeah, can you tell them? Yeah, really, you can see the shape of your just this part. Okay, but she went out to protest. Okay, against the Chinese government, against this, always all the time, and then people will start noticing her because of her style, really sexy, and at the same time, really what? Yes, okay, and then Oriental Daily. I think it's Dong Zhou Han, because she was living in Chongqing. They actually rented a flat opposite her and filming, taking photos of what she did in her own flat. Girls, what would you wear at your home?
Pajamas.
Yeah, and she lived on her own, maybe just underwear. And at that time, I remember underwear. Okay, just like bra and then pants. Okay, and then that magazine, those reporters, those photographers took the photos and published them.
That's disgusting.
Yes. Okay. And she's called Chen Haomen. and now she's in the States. Okay, she's in the States. The circulation, that's why, of the photo of a half-naked girl on the internet is just the tip of an iceberg of the horrific, okay, or dreadful, okay, or frightful, awful, terrible, fearful, appalling. What's appalling? Appalling, just like, for example, if someone kill a cat, kill a kitten, okay, wow, it's appalling behavior, okay, or shocking, or atrocious. Atrocious can mean something very serious, just like Hitler, what Hitler did. Yeah, killing lots of people, atrocious, okay, grim or sickening issue, cyberbullying, okay, now.
都係有個女仔，佢自己係佢自己自拍咯，係佢自己自拍唔帶。
Then different. If do you, it doesn't matter. Then it's different. But if someone posts you like that, how would you feel? Okay. Yes.
其實咧着穿插都冇乜問題嘅。
係咯，但係點解要
衫嚟啫嘛？
特登租喺佢對面
？Now, because usually at that time, people who protest against the government are those, or middle-aged men. Okay, just like they're sort of just like boring guys, usually boring guys. All right. Okay. Or in that part, or at that time, Chang Mo, long hair, him all the time. Usually people like him. Suddenly there's a young girl, and really, really aggressive, and really did a lot of these things, and because of her style of dressing, all the time, just like tube top or bra top or something like that. That's why it got the attention of people. Yes, of course. Luckily, she's now not Hong Kong. Okay, and cyberbullying. All right. Now, with advanced technological breakthroughs in recent decades, now this I know it's a bit boring, but I want you to learn. You see, this sentence is really powerful. With advanced technological breakthroughs in recent decades, it's okay. And then the second half, must technology abuse be necessarily resulted? This is really powerful. Yes, with advanced technology, is it really a must for something bad to happen? Is it really a must for something bad to happen? Now, much has been debated that cyberbullying is the inevitable. What's inevitable? Yes, 無可避免嘅 unavoidable, inescapable, or is bound to happen. Later, a boy will come up to you. Yes, our being together is bound to happen. And what would you say to him? Okay, yeah. Our being together, me and you together, is bound to happen. Okay, fated. Okay, 注定嘅 predestined. This is a destiny. Free. Okay. Repercussion. Now, repercussion means bad effect. Okay, means bad effect of humanity wisdom. 人類嘅智慧 humanity wisdom. Okay. Now, this introduction is really powerful. Okay. Now, being an internet user myself, I genuinely, or 真誠地嘅, or sincerely, honestly, or truthfully, or frankly, up to here first. Believe that technology advancement and the appropriate use of it can coexist. What's co? Co means what? Yeah, 共同 共存 coexist now and in the future. Wow, really powerful. Okay. However, there is a condition. Now, if you want to say one condition has to be made, you use provided that. Means that condition, you have to have this condition that, or on condition that, or assuming that, okay, or as long as, or given that, or with the provision that cyberbullying is curbed, or restrained, restrained, or held back, or suppressed, or kept under control. As long as. as long as.
And what about after proven that? Or is it given that?
Given that,
Yeah, after given that, what's that?
with the provision that, and then cyberbullying is curbed, okay, curbed, restrained, 限制啊 held back, suppressed, and lastly, kept under control. These students like to use really long sentences and to give you extra information bit by bit. With the these are for senior form students. Senior form, okay? Yes, from different students with the cooperation of parents and the government. Okay, with the cooperation, I want to give you a bit more information about these students. Now, in the past, during the time of HKCEE 會考 and Hong Kong A level, at that time, Form 5 is CE. And then when you have to reach a certain results to go to A level. Okay, it's like that. Usually in Hong Kong, there were about 100,000 CE students, Form 5 students, but only about 30,000 students among the 100,000 can go to Form 6, could go to Form 6 at that time. However, at that time, there was one school, okay, all the best students in Hong Kong, no matter whether it's from DGS, DBS, okay, St. Paul's Co-ed, any school, the top student will go to this school. This school. You know why? Okay, and usually, now let me give you some kind of data to support me. Now, for normal schools, if you reach 14 marks, 14 points, you can go to Form 6. What do I mean by 14 points? It's like that, okay? E is 1 mark. A is 5 marks. A is 5 marks. A, B, C, D, E is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like that. For 6 subjects, you need to get 14 points. Okay, all right. For 14 points, you can go to Form 6 in your school. However, for that, all the best students like to go to this school. And then you know what's the lowest admission points? The worst student. Usually the student have 28 marks, 29 marks, 29 to go to this school. And then the worst ones was 25. The worst. Okay, you know which school this is? Do you know there is a new university called Hang Seng University? Hang Seng 大學 do you know that? Yes, there's a university. In the past, there was a school of commerce, 一個恒生商學院. At that time, the student went to that school. They were the best students. Okay, but now, because of the DSE system, okay, they changed themselves into a university. Because of they changed themselves into a university, and that's why it has become a really bad university, really bad now. Okay, because for university, which one would you go to? Yes, so they are really bad. But at that time, these students were really excellent, the best students. Okay. It means you have to now means first of all they want to have appropriate use of the internet. There is some condition 有啲條件要達到以下嘅條件。Understand? What is the condition? 個條件 is cyberbullying is curbed. Understand? All right, with the cooperation of parents and the government. Okay, so these are 4 introductions which are really good. Now, and then we move on. Now, these are some of the words that you might not know. First of all, perpetrators is someone who does something morally wrong or commits a crime. Okay, this perpetrator. And then advance, you know, squarely. Now, squarely means directly and firmly. You tackle the problem squarely. Okay, 唔好閃閃縮縮, squarely. Okay, and then transform, you know, tedious, I suppose you know, state of the art mean, with hyphen between them, between the words, means modern. Simultaneously means at the same time. Bring something to a halt means stop. The tip of the iceberg, I think you know. Horrific means extremely bad. And then inevitable, yeah, you know, okay. Repetition means the effect of an action usually have bad effect, okay. Advancement, you know, curb means stop, okay. Then we go to the next page. Can you finish the exercise on the next page? Yes, maybe I switch off. Switch off first. Okay. No aircon now.
The start is the words we like.
Yes, but for number one, some of the words, but for some other words, you need to come up with one word yourself. See if you can. 1 and 2 are two opposite meaning. Okay, two opposite.
There are two question 6.
Yeah, sorry, I think there's some you just fill in the top part. I think it's okay. Because I think the blanks are a bit erratic. Hey, Ada, your new male teacher, English teacher, has he done anything weird? Not yours. I mean your that teacher you talked about last week.
I'm not sure what. There's my friend. She said she wanted to enter the badminton team, badminton school team.
Yeah.
And when she found out that that male teacher was in charge, she said she canceled because. And I also tell her that cancel it as fast as possible because you know you don't
Because
know
of-
what he will do when you are playing badminton.
Okay, yes. So Wincy, after you finish it, let me know.
Especially my friends like to wear shorts when you do
Because
it.
yeah, you're doing it.
Mostly wear shorts. What else would you wear? Pants, sweatshirts.
What about those in the Middle East?
Before
Those women, you know? Yes.
你嘅晚上係玩 table tennis，跟住着一個咩啊旗袍嗰啲去玩啦，夠晒嘅。
係啊，因為之前我哋學校係即係疫情之前啦，我哋係唔可以着體育服翻學校，即係你就算有體育服都唔可以，你要翻到學校先可以換。
It takes time.
係啊，跟住因為疫情所以 allow 咗，但係你一定要着長褲翻學校咯，你要翻到學校 P 堂先至可以換。
They might worry that because your shorts might be too short. Okay, then that might attract some sort of male. All right, shall we?
太寂寞。
Who? That man?
老師， 老師係咪太寂寞？
I don't know. I don't know. But there are people, if they have that tendency, they might drop it. You might have dropped it. Okay, because now as normal people, all people just like wow, this is in your case. Oh, that boy is handsome. You might take a look, but just that. In our case, oh, there's a pretty woman. You know, take a look. That's it. Okay, you are not going to do anything. Okay, you're a normal person, but some people might not. They might take further action. Okay, that's why be careful. All right, is technology a blessing or what?
A curse.
Curse. Okay, a curse. And then is technology a boon? Boon means 因為 something good to you or what? What's the opposite? Anyone? 禍根. All the starting with B. Bane. Okay, a bane. Now, technological revolution is a blessing to humanity. Now, for example, information technology has greatly what? Greatly transformed. Okay, transform our reading habits. Now, instead of reading hard copy books, now we're now using digital reading devices or e-readers such as Kindle or iPad to enjoy a variety of reading materials. Now, while reading, we can what? Number 4. Anyone? Yes, simultaneously listen to the test or look up any words using the online dictionaries. Okay. I want to tell you, for Kindle, in the past, when they first have, you know, Kindle, the reading e-reader, when it first came out, it has a capability of doing something. You know what? Actually, you can highlight the text and then you can change this into an audio book. However, they later cancel the function. Do you know why?
No.
Because they want to sell you audio books. They want to actually sell you audio books.
So actually, if you buy like the old ones, do stuff.
Yeah, because for computer, for Mac, I don't know, Windows, we can highlight a text. You can change it into dictation mode. You can read it out aloud. Yes, yes, but not very good. Okay, but okay, all right. Yes, I'll show later. But this is a scan passage. Okay, so I can't at the moment. Listen to a test or look up any words using the online dictionary. Obviously, technological what? Technological advancements, okay, or advances, both are okay, have made our life easier and more convenient. However, a has two sides. Coin, okay, has two sides. Technology is not without its disadvantages. That the computer is a case in point. Okay. That relying too much on online grammar check or spell checker, we are losing our ability to write grammatically or spell accurately. Actually, do you know native English speakers have a lot of spelling mistakes? My wife was reading an online a recipe telling how to make a cake, and then there was a line. How to spell poor? You pour a little milk. Yeah, you know how that woman spell it? Yeah, poor. Okay, so that's why people rely on spell checkers. We are losing our ability to write grammatically or spell accurately. It's also found that many people have become internet addicts. These problems are simply what? Actually, there are many words. For example, you might say is simply common, or I give you one word, ubiquitous. Now, this word. See, what does it mean? Ubiquitous. Do you know this word? Okay, means everywhere. Now, are you studying economics now?
Yes.
Air is free goods. Do you know that? So that's why, because air is ubiquitous. Okay, understand? On earth. Okay, and then the word of technology. Repercussion. Okay, repercussion of technology advancement are not what? Are not inevitable. Okay, the repercussion of technology are not inevitable. As long as we face the problems, what? This will be easy. Squarely. Okay, squarely. All the undesirable effects can be brought to a halt. Okay, these are the answers. You didn't know?
I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Either didn't know. You can find some of the words on the previous page. After that, there are, because I don't think we can finish today. Okay, after this, we are going to have 4 more professionally written introductions, and then you're going to have to write your own introduction. Okay, so but this 4 we takes time to go through. Okay, we'll continue next time. Okay, all right, and also so we will finish. We'll end the lesson today. Bye bye, Cheryl.